Okay, as I've mentioned, Milton really slows down Genesis and he says, let's examine everything that happened. In this section, we're going to discuss how Eve came to be by herself in the garden that day when the serpent tempted her. This is found in Book 9. Even Adam and Eve are speaking. They're getting ready to go out and tend to the garden, and Eve makes a couple of arguments to Adam. And I'm going to give you the lines here. In line 208, of Book 9, she says essentially that the tending to the garden increases and they need more help. And then in line 214, she suggests that maybe the two should divide their labors. Line 275 and 276, Eve says to Adam, we've been warned of these dangers. Raphael, the angel, warned us of these dangers. Adam, you've warned me of these dangers. I'm very much aware of these dangers. I'm very much aware that there is a rogue angel or some danger lurking. Then lines 285 through 289, she says this, she says, your fear distracts him, or your fear distracts you, Adam, and you don't recognize the strength that I have. And then she says, and this is line 326, she asks him this question, she says, how are we happy still in fear of harm? She says, because they have fear now of this unsuspecting intruder, that they can't be happy anymore because the fear has overshadowed their happiness. Adam argues back with Eve, and he makes some points that I really want to slow down and take a look at. This is, again, it's Book 9. We're going to examine lines 348 through line 356. Adam says this. He says essentially that the danger lies within man. It says, within himself the danger lies, yet lies within his power. Against his will he can receive no harm. So Adam's saying this. Adam's essentially talking about the will of man. It says that the will of man is what is dangerous. We have a free choice to choose to do right or to choose to do wrong. And it says that if something comes against us and it's against our will to do that thing, or if there's some temptation that comes against us and it's against our will, there's no harm if we say, no, I'm not tempted by that at all. But he continues, he says, but God left free the will, for what obeys reason is free. So God left man to have a free will, and if man's reason is intact, and if his will obeys his reason, he's living in freedom. It says, and reason he made right, but bid her well beware and still erect, lest by some fair appearing good, surprised, she dictate false. So it's what Adam's saying here is he's saying, you know, we do have our ability to reason. He says, but there is the danger of some fair appearing good, of something that looks like it might be good, but it turns out to be false. So we might be deceived. So Adam's warning of this potential of deceit. And then he says, you know, essentially toward the end of his argument here, and this is about line 374 maybe through 377, he essentially says, if you stay, you're not free, but you're absent more, because Eve, I could see you essentially really want to leave. You want to go and work by yourself. So he says, fine, go ahead and go. And then Eve goes ahead, she takes her leave, and she goes into the garden to be by herself. And that's how she finds herself, alone in the garden when the serpent happens upon her.